So these are the diaries of a goat farmer. So today we are at the farm, and I just want to share with you the progress that we have made. So this is our lucerne field. As you can see, the lucerne is growing. Remember, I was telling you that this is such a good crop. You know, once you cut it, it starts to grow again. So we planted this during the rainy season, and now we've gone several months after the rains. I mean, now we are in July, we are in winter, and the rains were last year, several months ago. But you can see the lucerne is still green, as you can see. So what we are now planning to do is to try and do an irrigation system here, so that we can actually maintain this green all year round. And the last time we harvested this lucerne was when our kids were born. Our kids were about to actually wean them. So they've been eating this lucerne, the mothers and everything, for almost 3 months now, 2.5 months to be exact. You know, we just harvested this once, but look at it right now. It's not growing as much as we want because there's no water, but when we sort out the water issue, it's actually going to be growing. So we've got a water source there, and we're going to put a diesel pump there, and then we start to water. So nutrition is very, very key for a goat project, and we want to create a paddock. We want to create paddocks here. So we are going to close this off and then create 2 paddocks. So the goats will be going in one paddock. We will be watering that, and then they'll spend 4 weeks grazing in there, and then we move them to the next one. So these are the diaries of a goat farmer. I'll see you on the other side. So they're coming back from grazing. Can you see the kids now? Can you see the kids? As I was saying, the kids are now big. Can you see they look almost like the mothers? These are the kids that were born. That I showed you the video when they were born, where we were doing everything. And this week we are now weaning them off.
Back from
you
grazing.
See the kids have really grown, and they are actually looking like their mothers. So this is hybrid for you. So these are now the goats getting into the goat house. Can you see? They just mixed the kids and the mothers, but yeah, and you know, we started with only a few goats, but now you can see the numbers have actually increased. So yeah, so this week we're going to now separate them and make sure that the kids are now staying by themselves. I'll actually show you how we plan to actually separate them, where the kids will be and where the mothers are going to be. But this is goat farming. I just want to show you something. This is the kid, and that's the mother. The kid is 2 months, 2 weeks, 2 months, 3 weeks around there, and then the mother is about 3 years. But can you see how fast the kid is growing? It's almost the same size as the mother.
Okay.
I'm on a fool. So these are the diaries of a goat farmer. So as you can see, we are here, but you know, the goats are not here. So we are actually now weaning off our goats. So remember, the goats that we received are now almost 3 months old. So next week we're going to be weaning them. But this is what we've prepared. So this is the paddock that the kids are going to come into. So as you can see, we've put, there's warmth at the bottom there so that they don't get cold. And you can see the shade is quite big. So, you know, this place is actually quite warm. So the kids, the weaners are going to come in this section. And you can see there is a fence there. So the mothers are going to be in the other section in there. So they are going to be physically disconnected, but socially connected. That's one thing that we've realized. Last time when we were weaning, we were putting the kids at a very different location, but now they're going to be side by side. But the mothers will not be able to breastfeed, the kids won't be able to get breast milk. So this is the paddock. So yeah, and I just want to show you. So this is the remnants of maize which was harvested last year. So we've got all this. So this is what we use to make our stock feed. So we've got that, a lot of maize, very good roughage for the goats. And this is our grinding mill. Remember I showed you. So the guys can actually make their own stock feed. And this is the monkey bread. Remember this, I don't know if you've seen this, but this is monkey bread. Humans actually eat this, but you put it in there, it's very, very good. And this is what they've made already, stored up here. So all our lucerne is now in here. We've actually dried it, we've actually put it through the grinding mill. So nutrition, guys, is very, very important. So I just want to go down and show you, we've got some new arrivals. We hadn't planned for the goats to arrive, but unfortunately they did. So let's go down and you can actually see. That actually looks like a boa.
Like a boa is. This is the one.
All of them are F1s. So these are a week old. So these are the diaries of a goat farmer. So they are social beings. The other one is trying to go to the other one. So let's stand this side. You can see this is the smallest. So all of them in here, guys, are 1 week old. So we keep it ventilated. Can you see? Can you see? Can you show them around? Can you see it's well ventilated? Ventilation, right? It's key because we want to make sure that the environment is clean. Just show them the floor. So this is what makes our kids healthy. A clean environment. A clean environment. So even if you look down, show them the goats. So they're in here, the mothers are grazing. So these are the diaries of a goat farmer. So let's go and see the mothers. Bye-bye, my babies. So the routine is the same, like what we did before, like what I showed you before. So that we keep the kids in there and the mothers go grazing. Now they're going to breastfeed. So still the same formula. It worked for us. On our last cycle, we actually had no mortalities. So it means from all the kids that we received, we've managed, we didn't receive any mortality. So that's 100% that we achieved using this system. So the mothers are now in there, and the kids are actually supposed to come out. There's an error there. The mothers are not even supposed to go in there. So anyway, they're coming out now, and then they're going to start breastfeeding. Can you see the difference? Can you look at those small kids? The kids that I showed you just recently were this size almost 3 months ago. So these are the diaries of a goat farmer. So you can see that it's a good system that we are using. The most important thing is to just make sure that the place is clean. Just make sure that wherever the kids are, it's clean. Just make sure that everywhere there is cleanliness, that there is nothing that can really affect the kids. Make sure that there is cleanliness. And for the first 4 weeks, we don't give them anything. They don't drink, they don't eat food. We don't give them any water. It's just exclusively breast milk. I mean, I think from 3 weeks onwards, that's when we will try and introduce some of those other items. But for now, it's just exclusively breast milk because they are so fragile and you really need to take care of them. And we keep it warm in there. We put fire at night. So yes, these are the diaries of a goat farmer.